So we all know the Cowboys are the most hated team and fan base in the NFL. But why are the reasons? What are the reasons? Today, I'm going over my top 5 reasons why the Dallas Cowboys are the most hated team, one of the most hated teams and fan bases in the National Football League. Before I get started, I am on the brink of 200 subscribers. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. So, for now, let's get this thing started. Starting us off at number 5. I think they always have high on them every single year, which we all know what that is. Hold on just a minute. Take me a minute to write it down. High expectations. The expectations have been high on the Cowboys for years, especially on ESPN. You would hear everyone talking about the Cowboys and maybe making the Super Bowl run. And then you just got lots of expectations. They're one of the favorites to win the NFC, right behind the Niners, Lions, and Packers. But they always have high expectations on them. That's one of the reasons why. Number 4. Now, this one's probably more reasonable because it is the current owner of the franchise, Jerry Jones. Now, Jerry Jones was a good owner back in the 90s. He was the one that sent in Jimmy Johnson to help out with this whole Super Bowl winning aspect of the stuff back in the 1990s and also back in the 1980s. But this Jerry Jones, he's made bad moves in the last few years. Signing a guy named Jason Garrett, who was an offensive coordinator, not a coach. And then you also had him signing Mike McCarthy, who is a bad play caller, by the way. And you also have him sign people that he loves, not people that he actually thinks that will be an impact on this team. If you have no one that's going to do that, that's going to draw some attention too. But number 3, which I think is the high probable reason. Hold on, it takes me a minute to write it down here. America's team reputation. I wasn't able to put in reputation in there because I wanted to make this quick. But no one voted that this team was America's team. Nobody put out a vote. There wasn't a vote like election. There wasn't a vote. The Cowboys put this on themselves. And when you have that star on your helmet, that's going to put a lot of attention on you because you're America's team. And when you have those expectations on you, it builds up pressure. Palms get sweaty. Shoulders get tight. Everything. And that's another reason why they're one of the most hated fan bases in the NFL. Number 2. Now, I put this one up here because I've heard a few of these guys talking about the Cowboys since they used to play with them, which this category is former Cowboy players. We all know there's a lot of former players that are a part of the broadcast unit, like Keyshawn Johnson, Marcus Spears, Swagoo, a.k.a. Swagoo. Then you also got like Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, and probably most noticeable, Michael Playmaker Irvin. He goes on the air and talks so much trash about the Cowboys. You can't even understand what the man is saying, for crying out loud. And he's like, oh, the Cowboys going to do this, oh, and this and that. But he doesn't really put the blame on the team. Because none of the former players are probably getting paid money secretly to say stuff like this and are getting it from Jerry Jones. Probably highly likely. I'm not saying it's true, but it's a theory. But number 1, I put this up here because it is the most likely reason why they're one of the most hated teams in the NFL. Hold on just a second. Cowboy fans. Now, Cowboy fans, if you're watching this, I put you up here because of a specific reason. Cowboy fans are loyal. But there's a catch. Whenever there's a Cowboy fan in Dallas or around the state, around the U.S., there are some, not all, but the some I cannot stand is the one I put up here on this list. The delusional fans. The delusional ones that saying every year they're going to go to the Super Bowl and win. And yet every year for the last 28 to 29 years, they have not won a Super Bowl, nor even sniffed a glance at the NFC Championship game. And I'm not throwing shade on the Cowboy fans at all. I'm not throwing shade at them at all. But when you have a delusional fan base that is known as the Dallas Cowboys, that's going to be a primary cause of concern. Because I myself, as you know, as you can probably see from my gear and flags, I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm realistic. I'm a realistic fan. I'm grounded. I know what to expect and what not to. And I don't give these high expectations that the Cowboys do. I don't give those high expectations because I know that our team isn't there yet. But when it comes that time, that's going to be a whole different story. But Cowboy fans is one of the top reasons. And primarily the Dallas Cowboy fans in Texas, in the Dallas, Texas area. But funny story, 50% of my town, more like 65% of my town that I'm currently in right now, I'm not going to say the name, 65% of it is Cowboy fans. 65%. And do you know what I do whenever they lose? Do you know what I do? I give them heck. Just like Stevie A. Smith does, and Shannon Sharp, which makes me another new hater of the Dallas Cowboys. But of course, I'm not Shannon Sharp or Stephen A. Smith, but I am different in my own kind of way. And I'm going to tell you all Cowboy fans this. If you see some videos from this channel next year that is about trolling the Cowboy fans, you'll know who it is. But anyways, let's recap the list. Cowboy fans, number 1. Former players, number 2. America's team reputation, 3. Jerry Jones at number 4. And high expectations coming in at number 5. Let me know what your guys' opinion is of the list down in the comment section below. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates on my videos and live streams. I'll catch you all in the next one. So long for now.